If you guys are lacking coins throughout Team of the Season, then check out IG Vault with the link down below. It's so easy to buy for them, and they're by far the quickest site around. They even update you as your coins go in. Use code Kurt for 6% off. If you guys need any Black Ops 3 accounts with all the DLC weapons or GTA 5 cash on any console, then check out buyprestigemaster.com, and if you use code Kurt at checkout, you get an extra 5% off. What's up guys, Kurt here, and welcome to a brand new FIFA 16, 17, let's just say it's a FIFA video. I don't know whether to class this as FIFA 16 or 17, because technically these will be important for FIFA 17, but some of them may come out in FIFA 16, so it's kind of relevant on both. But today, lads, we're going to be talking about some of the craziest transfers that have just happened in the last week. Funnily enough, I actually kind of recorded this video like 2 or 3 days ago. It was a day that for some reason I decided we were going to see my parents, we were going out with them, and I had 10 minutes before leaving the house to record it. And I looked back to edit it, and I was so rushing to make sure I got the video done for you guys. Literally, I just woken up and I've never seen someone look so tired for a camera. It was horrendous, and I was like, I feel like I can't upload this, so we're doing it again. Today we have a bit of a transfer special. I'm trying to bring back the stuff that you guys seem to really enjoy, and I want to try and keep you guys happy. There's a couple of videos last week that I know some of you guys weren't too happy about. I thought they were really good, but obviously it's not what you guys are into, so that's completely fair enough. Let's get into what you like. So our first transfer of the episode is Eder Alvarez Balanta. Those of you who have played Football Manager know who this guy is. He is a flipping wonder kid and has been for a few years. Of course, he was a River play. He actually got a gold card last season. I think it might have been his first year on FIFA. But Football Manager wise, he's like a mad wonder kid and always ends up being insane. He always goes to like a top Premier League side. He has like the best possible defending, marking, heading. He's an amazing player. So in real life, if he does that well for Basel, that'll be very, very interesting. 3 million, if he's as good as all these games make him out to be, is an incredible deal. If I could pick him up for 3 mil on Foot Manager, I would have been pretty darn happy. On top of that, you're going to see later, Basel have obviously made the money somewhere, and I'll show you where soon. But first up, we have Mehdi Benatia. This guy is gone to Juve on a loan. I don't think he's got his Juventus card yet in the game, but as I'm sure you guys know, a couple of years ago he was at Roma, and of course Bayern bought him after a couple of good seasons at Roma. Never really fit in at Bayern. He had a lot of injuries and just wasn't really a preferred centre-back. I guess when you've got some of the other players there that are so incredible, Benatia doesn't really fit in. But he's gone to Juve, where again, there's a lot of defenders, but they play 3 centre-backs, so there's more chance for him to get in the squad. But I mean, they have, like, I'm not even going to name them all, but your main 3, of course, is Chiellini, Bonucci and Barzagli, but the list just goes on for centre-backs, so they should be alright with that. But maybe he's replacing Cáceres or Cáceres, I'm not so sure how you say his name, but he's left on a free this window. But next up, we have Lucas Digne. This guy is one of 2 French defenders to have recently gone to Barcelona. 14 mil from PSG. I've seen a few interviews of him saying he just wasn't really happy there. Just wasn't really enjoying his time at PSG, so hopefully for Barca's sake, I think he could be important for them. Now, Dani Alves has, of course, gone to Juve this summer, but Digne can, obviously he's a left back, but I seem to remember he played a right back for Roma at some point. So I think he's a very versatile fullback. He can play on either side, and that's something Barca, of course, need. If they wanted to fill in where Dani Alves is, great. If they wanted to play left back, fantastic. I mean, Jordi Alba's pretty good. He's probably not going to take over Jordi Alba, but if Jordi Alba's injured or if he wants to play on the right, he's a very useful player to have. And again, 14 million for a young player is not bad at all. Next up, we have Brilian Bolo. This is my favourite transfer of the window. 23 mil for him to Schalke. I think he's such an interesting player. He really impressed me thoroughly at the Euros. Watching him play for Switzerland was so good. It was a shame he didn't get as much game time as he could have done. A couple games he just came off the bench and stuff, but every time he was involved, he looked so exciting. He's got an amazing pass on him. His finishing's great. He's amazing on the ball. He's strong. I would love him at Arsenal. I couldn't think of anything better. He would be my dream signing, but obviously it's not going to happen now. But hopefully for his sake, he goes to kick on at Schalke. Him and Leroy Sané would be amazing. There's rumours Sané is going to be leaving, but Bolo said he'd love to go there and really enjoy his time as young players with Sané, which would be really cool. But 23 million, that's obviously where Basel got some of the money to pay for Balanta. Only 3 million of it, but I think that's a great little 20 mil net profit plus Balanta. That's not bad, is it? You can't complain at that. But next up is Jordan Ibe. I think it's one of the most expensive like teenager transfers, and it blows my mind that someone of his age for 15 million it's crazy. Considering, I mean, he's been impressive for Liverpool. He's done some good things, had a couple of good games, but really, has he been that good? I don't think he has. Like, if you compare it to, I can't even think off the top of my head, but some of the young players around, I mean, I don't know how many he's scored, but it's not a lot. I don't think he's got more than 1 or 2 Premier League goals. Assists aren't that high. He's an exciting player, but for 15 mil, I feel like Bournemouth probably could have bought someone a little bit better, but at least they're investing money, and that's really good. For a team with such a small stadium, a relatively small fan base, they're doing it the right way, they're spending a bit of money, getting some good players, and hopefully it helps them stay up. Next up is Juan Jesus. Now, obviously, we used to get the hyperlink with Juan Jesus to Miranda at Inter Milan, but now we're going to get him with Leandro Castan. So it's not the end of the world, but he's gone on loan from Inter to Roma. I guess he's just, I don't really know much about the Serie A, but I guess he's just not done too well for Inter, and they're not really that happy with him. Roma, there's a lot of loans that seem to happen in the Serie A, so I guess Roma can't really complain about that. A good centre-back for nothing, really. They'll be playing his wages, and that's about it, so fair enough. Next up, we have N'Golo Kante, the biggest money signing of this episode, and he has gone from Leicester to Chelsea for 32 million. I'm sure you guys have seen this one. It's one of the most widely reported transfers of the window. Now, a lot of these ones I like because you guys may not have known Belanta's signed for Barcelona and stuff like that, but Kante, there is no doubt every single one of you guys knew that Kante signed for Chelsea. 32 million quid, that was his release clause. I think that's a fantastic deal, really. Chelsea have got bags and bags and bags and bags of money, so 32 million is nothing to them. Literally, I don't think they care in the slightest about 32 million. So that, for a player that important, I mean, Matic might be on the way out. Matic didn't have a good season at all last year. Kante can now replace him, and it's going to be very interesting to see how Chelsea got on next season with Conte and any other new signings they pick up. So Conte with Kante, it's going to be different. Skrtel has gone to Fenerbahce for 5 million quid. He's been a good servant to Liverpool. 8 years, I believe he was there. It was a lot longer than I thought it was. Like, when I saw it, it was a lot longer than I realised. But when you think about it, it does seem like you can't remember a time before Skrtel. Now, he's had a terrible season, in all honesty. Like, Liverpool fans pretty much hate him after the last season, but he did do well in the past, so it's a bit of an iffy one. He was pretty terrible at the Euros. He gave away like a pen, got like loads of cards, loads of fouls. He didn't have a good time. But 5 mil, I think Liverpool fans will be happy just to cash in a little bit of money. They're buying a few players. They've just bought a guy from Estonia. I think it's Estonia. I think his name's Kavlar or something. He does not look like a Premier League footballer, that's for sure. He looks like some like hitman or something. But so does Skrtel, I guess. Skrtel looks like a slightly deformed, eggy hitman. But 5 mil, like I said, it's a bit of money. Free him off the wages. They won't have to use him. Obviously, Klopp doesn't like him, and it's probably a good signing for Fenerbahce. Next up is Samuel Umtiti, another French defender to go to Barcelona. He's a centre-back this time, 21 million quid. He ended up being the starting French centre-back towards the end of the Euros. Now, obviously, Varane was injured. Sacco was like suspended, almost. I don't know what you'd call it. Like, they had a lot of players not there. Rami was out. So Koscielny and Umtiti kind of held the force down for France. They were all right. He was really good against Germany, to be fair to him. Not so good against Iceland, but 21 mil for a move to Barca. That's no money for Barca, and I'm sure they'll be pretty happy with that. Picking up a nice young centre-back, because that's always their problem. They hate buying defenders. They never get like good defenders. So I think they'll be pretty happy with Samuel Umtiti. Hopefully he comes good for them. And 21 mil, like I said, that's literally nothing to them. They make that probably in a day. Next up is Zuniga. What is it about Watford and getting sick Colombian players on loan? Obviously, last season they got Ibarbo on loan. Everyone loved Ibarbo. He's like just everyone's beast player, and he started the season. Well, didn't start the season, really. He didn't play for Watford at all. I think he may have featured in 1 or 2 games as a sub, but really wasn't involved. He went back in January after the loan, and he's actually, I believe, at Panathinaikos now, which is a very weird one. But once again, Watford have picked up another Colombian kind of pace merchant that FIFA players will love. It's almost like the owner plays FIFA and just gets all the FIFA players on loan. Zuniga has been a left-back used by many for quite a while. I think he had a left-mid card at one point, but he's got 4-star skills at some point. I'm not sure if he still does or if he will do next year. But Napoli to Watford, it's going to be interesting. I love having new players like from different nationalities in the Premier League, because it just makes hybrid so much more fun. Now having a Colombian left-back means we can have like Colombian centre-backs and left-mids and James Rodriguez and players like that. Just makes hybrids that little bit better, and of course he's going to be really good, so it's always good to have good new players in the Premier League. And Watford, when it comes to football terms, I don't know if he'll be starting for them. They don't have Nathan Ake this season, so maybe he'll be very important to them. But that, boys, brings us to the end of this episode. Let me know in the comments down below, as always, if there's any transfers in the last week or so I've missed. Let me know if you guys are enjoying this. Do you want to keep seeing these confirmed transfers? And do you want to see rumoured transfers? We did one episode that you guys really liked. So let me know in the comments down below what you think about that. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, of course, if you're new around here. Have a fantastic day. I don't think I have anything else to say about the transfers. And I'll see you guys tonight, because I'm doing a late upload, so keep your eyes peeled for it. See ya!